For years, Apple has kept a familiar look for the iPhone, but could that finally be changing? The iPhone 17 Pro Max is rumored to introduce one of the biggest design updates in a long time. Leaks suggest Apple may be switching up the camera layout, making this model look noticeably different from its predecessors. But with various reports floating around, is this redesign actually happening, or is it just another rumor that won't come true? Recent images shared by insider Sonny Dixon reveal an iPhone 17 Pro Max inside a MagSafe case. What's interesting is that the case design doesn't match the ones made for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, hinting at some major adjustments. The biggest difference appears to be in the camera system. Apple has stuck with a triangular camera layout on its Pro models for quite some time, but the iPhone 17 Pro Max might feature a larger, horizontal camera bump. Unlike the current placement, where the flash and LiDAR scanner are positioned separately, the new design is expected to line up the LED flash, microphone, and LiDAR sensor vertically toward the edge of a rectangular camera strip. This change would make the back of the iPhone look more like Google's Pixel phones rather than previous iPhones. If these leaks are accurate, Apple could be introducing this updated camera layout across multiple iPhone 17 models. Reports suggest that the iPhone 17 Pro will also adopt the horizontal camera bar, making it a shared design rather than an exclusive feature for the Pro Max. Additionally, a new model called the iPhone 17 Air, a thinner device that may replace the iPhone 17 Plus, is also rumored to follow a similar look. However, since this model is expected to have just one rear camera, its camera bar might be significantly smaller. Interestingly, the base iPhone 17 may not see this change at all. Leaks indicate that it could stick with the camera layout found on the iPhone 15 and iPhone 16 models, making it the only device in the lineup without a visual overhaul. However, not all reports agree on these changes. While several sources claim that Apple is planning a larger rectangular camera island for the Pro models, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, known for accurate Apple leaks, suggests that at least one of these leaked designs might be based on incorrect sketches. That being said, the information had previously reported that Apple was developing a redesigned camera bump for the iPhone 17 Pro. So even if this specific leak turns out to be inaccurate, some level of change in the upcoming models is still expected. Beyond the camera, there are also discussions about potential refinements to the dynamic island. Some leaks hint that Apple is working to make it cutout smaller, but the recently surfaced cased images don't provide enough details to confirm whether this is true. Apple has maintained a consistent iPhone design for the past 5 generations, and many users are hoping for something fresh. If these leaks are correct, the new camera bar could make the iPhone 17 lineup stand out and feel like a more meaningful upgrade. It might also help Apple drive sales at a time when demand for new iPhones has seen some decline. Of course, not everyone may be happy with the change. Some users prefer Apple's current camera layout and might not be thrilled about a switch to a horizontal design. Others might not care about the look as long as the camera quality and performance continue to improve. What do you think about this potential redesign? Would you like to see the new camera layout on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, or do you prefer the current style? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the latest tech news. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 is generating a lot of buzz, but one big question remains. Will it use Samsung's in-house Exynos 2500 processor, or is it sticking with Qualcomm again? If the latest reports are true, Samsung may be dropping Exynos from its upcoming foldable. But is that really a bad thing? For a while, rumors suggested that Samsung was set to bring the Exynos 2500 to the Galaxy Z Flip 7. However, those plans may have hit a roadblock. Samsung has been dealing with ongoing production issues with its new chip, and things aren't looking great. Initially, the company intended to use the Exynos 2500 in the Galaxy S25 and S25 Plus, but due to low production yields, it had to switch entirely to Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite. Now, the same problem might be affecting the Flip 7. Reports now indicate that Samsung is likely to continue using Qualcomm's chip instead. But why is the Exynos 2500 facing these setbacks? Samsung has already begun mass production, and wafer tests are scheduled to start in March. The challenge, however, is the production yield. Right now, fewer than half of the chips produced are usable, and Samsung is only managing to make about 5,000 units per month. That number is nowhere near enough for a device like the Flip 7, which sells in the millions. If production doesn't improve quickly, Samsung will have little choice but to stick with Qualcomm once again. So what are the options? Either Samsung drastically improves its production process before the Flip 7's expected launch in July or August 2025, or it continues relying on Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite. Given the short timeline, fixing these manufacturing issues completely seems unrealistic. This is why industry insiders in South Korea believe Samsung will once again go with Qualcomm for its premium foldable. But that doesn't necessarily mean the Exynos 2500 is out of the picture. Some reports suggest that instead of using it for the Flip 7, Samsung might introduce it in a different foldable, the rumored Galaxy Z Flip FE. This would be a more affordable version of the foldable phone, expected to launch later in 2025. Since an FE model wouldn't need as many units as the flagship Flip 7, Samsung could use its limited supply of Exynos 2500 chips there instead. This approach could make sense. Early performance tests indicate that the Exynos 2500 isn't quite as powerful as Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite. If Samsung had gone ahead with Exynos for the Flip 7, it might have been a tough sell for users who expect top-tier performance from a high-end foldable. However, placing the Exynos 2500 in a more budget-friendly device could be a smarter move. A lower price point would make performance trade-offs more acceptable to buyers looking for an affordable foldable option. For those planning to upgrade to the Flip 7, this news might actually be a good thing. If Samsung sticks with Qualcomm, users will get better performance, improved battery efficiency, and a more reliable overall experience. The Snapdragon 8 Elite has already shown strong results, and keeping it in the Flip 7 ensures that Samsung's next foldable will be as fast and efficient as possible. Of course, there are still some Samsung fans who are hoping to see an Exynos-powered foldable, but given the current situation, it doesn't look like the Exynos 2500 will be ready for a flagship device just yet. Instead, Samsung might take this opportunity to fine-tune its chip and introduce it in a lower-cost model first before pushing it into high-end devices in the future. So, what do you think? Would you rather see the Flip 7 powered by Exynos, or do you prefer that Samsung sticks with Qualcomm? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you found Samsung has been leading the foldable phone market for years, but one feature has always been missing: that built-in S Pen. While that might not change with the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7, recent leaks hint that Samsung is making improvements to the S Pen itself. Unlike the recent downgrade of the S Pen on the Galaxy S25 Ultra, this new update might actually enhance the writing experience, making it smoother and more natural. According to leaks from tipster at PanaFlash Pro, Samsung is developing a redesigned S Pen with a different tip that could provide a better feel when writing or sketching. The stylus is also expected to be slightly thicker, making it more comfortable to hold for longer periods. Reports suggest that mass production for this new S Pen will begin in June 2025, aligning with the Galaxy Z Fold 7's anticipated launch in July. However, since this information is based on leaks, it's best to wait for official confirmation before getting too excited. One big question remains: will this new S Pen be the same size as previous models, or will it be closer to the larger S Pen Pro? It's also unclear whether Samsung will include Bluetooth functionality for air actions and gesture controls, features that have been present in earlier versions of the stylus. Beyond the S Pen, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is rumored to come with several key upgrades. Reports indicate that Samsung might increase the display sizes, with the cover screen expanding to 6.5 inches and the main foldable display reaching 8 inches. The crease in the foldable screen is also expected to be less noticeable, giving users a smoother and more immersive experience. Additionally, Samsung is reportedly working on making these displays more power efficient, which could have a positive impact on battery life. When it comes to the camera system, Samsung might not introduce significant hardware changes. The device is expected to feature a 200 megapixel